All right, let's see what's up for you guys. Little Leos. All right. Leo. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Again, thank you guys for your likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, all the jazz. Thank you for even just taking the time to pop in and have a look-ski and say g'day. What have we got up for Leo for May? Sun, Moon, and Rising. General for Leo. Sun, Moon, and Rising for May. We're good to go. Let's see what we got for y'all. All these babies laid out here. I'm sorry that these are a little bit late. I do try and get to them earlier, but your girl been just a bit busy. I'm going to set the camera up better next time too, so you don't have to look at my neck. Nobody won't be looking at it. All right, let's see. Something's going to be revealed to you. For some of you, something's going to be revealed that leads you to start making hey sorry, something's going to be revealed to you that leads you to start making changes. These changes are relevant. They're going to seem like they're changes that you don't want to make at first, but then when you get into it, it's like you just start shaking everything up. I'm going to start changing this, I'm going to start changing that, I'm going to start implementing this. For a lot of you, for those of you that work with the angels, Archangel Chamuel, I'm feeling will be relevant for a lot of you guys. If you're looking for new ways to go about things, new ways to change what it is that you've been doing, how you've been doing. I'm yet to do one of these where I don't spill the cards on the flipping floor. But they're asking you to trust yourself in this situation. If you feel like that, once this information comes in, whatever it is that's being revealed to you, once you decide to take it on board, and you start to think that you want to, whatever it is that's revealed to you, it just makes you look at all areas in a different light. It makes you see shit for what it really is. It makes you see this situation, makes you see a lot of stuff for what it really is, because you start to question everything. It's like, well, I couldn't trust you with this, so what else can I trust? You know what I mean? And it's not from a bad place. It actually comes from somewhere that's really positive, and it's relevant because you do start going, well, I'm sick to death of doing this. I'm sick to death of living in this shit and dealing with the same stuff over and over and over again. So I'm going to be the one that makes the changes in my life. I'm not going to rest and rely on other people's decisions and other people's direction in life to sort of guide where I'm going. I'm going to start going in my own direction, okay? For some of you, there's a need here to pick your battles in May with, I feel like this is more to do with a friend than a family member or a romantic partner. But overall, just in general, there's a need to sort of to pick your battles. I feel that whoever this is relating to directly, it's kind of a backwards and forwards conflict. It's that sort of a situation where you know that this person doesn't like you, and you know that they know that you know that they don't like you, and they're just kind of making your life a bit of a misery right now. And this comes from their own jealousy with you, it's not so much something that you have, it's their own internal jealousy. They're envious of you for something, for some reason. They look up to you in some way, shape, or form, and that makes them feel insecure. So they're taking all their crap out on you. And there's going to be a bit of a backwards and forwards with this person. I do feel that they're going to come at you with something that's kind of like it just crosses the line for you. It's like I want to say that they have a bit of a jibe about your family to some extent, and you're kind of like, I can deal with you taking the piss out of me, but as soon as you bring my family into it, that's just kind of not on. And it does cause you to really get actively involved in changing the situation. I do feel that you're going to confront this person, and it's not like you confront them and blow up about it. I don't feel like you're the kind of person that even likes confrontation, but it's like enough is enough, and you do address this person, but it's in a positive situation. Whether or not you address it with somebody else and you come together, I'm not too sure, but it's definitely going to be a conversation with this person because you're going to want to bring it up. I feel like someone's going to be receiving an unexpected gift in May, and I feel like this is kind of like backpedaling. Someone's kind of spoken out of tongue. This is actually one of you. This is you giving the gift. You're the one that's spoken out of tongue. Out of tongue? Just making shit up. Out of turn. And you've had to backpedal. You've had to sort of eat your words, and you don't like to admit that you're sorry, but you're 100% sorry, and you're going to have to mend this relationship. Again, choose your battles wisely. But at the same time, choose your battles wisely, but then in situations where you're not being treated right, definitely stand your ground. They're not saying to not stick up for yourself. But know that if you're going to just fly off the handle for no good reason, then you're going to have to oh, good. What was it? Shamuel. I wrote that shit down. Yeah. Yeah, but definitely if there's somebody out there that's not treating you the way that you should be treated, like definitely stand up for yourself. That's not what they're saying, but just choose your battles wisely. Don't go kicking off at everybody, because I feel like some of you guys are gonna have a real temper this month. Some of you are holding on to these damn cards. Holding on to unrealistic views when it comes to love. It's not so much unrealistic as over romanticizing. I feel like whoever this is relating to, it's like that sense of, like, I loved Disney movies as a kid, so I used to always watch Disney, and I kind of used to think of love in that kind of a spectrum, which is unrealistic. People don't love like in a Disney movie as much as I would love that they did. So there's a need to kind of reevaluate. You are reevaluating. You're sort of looking at how you view love in a different light, and I feel like this is the result of conflict in a relationship, a potential breakdown in a relationship, and it's made you sort of go, okay, that relationship didn't work out, but maybe it didn't work out because I had too high an expectation. Unrealistic. Yeah. Yeah, so there's just a need. Yeah, so it's sort of the relationship kind of doesn't work out, and then you kind of sit back and think to yourself, oh, well, maybe it's because how I think love should go, or how I think relationships should go, isn't the way that they're actually going to go. There's a lot more involved than just wanting, a love that's unrealistic. There's that word again. Some of you are definitely going through a period of spiritual and emotional growth. And it's like in the past, you've looked at your spirituality and your emotional stance as not so much being two things that can't come together. You get that however it is that you work with your spirituality, it is an emotional process, but you kind of segregated the two. It's kind of like, oh, my emotions are over here and my spirituality is over here. And you're starting to realize that the two really do come together. And And this to some extent is like I said, it's spiritual growth, but it's going to provide you with a form of awakening. I feel like you're going to experience new enhancement enhancements in your spiritual gifts, in how you work with spirit and your spirituality. For some of you, this is changing shit up from what you might see as maybe being a superficial level into something that's really tangible, like going to spirit for questions. If you need answers to something, you aren't just trusting that, oh, I need an answer to something, I don't need to put anything out there, the answer will just come to me. You're starting to realize, hey, I can ask these guys. Like, I can be like, what do I need to know? Like, I need to know this. All right, you guys help me with this. What's the answer to this? What do I need to know? And it's almost like you're having, for a lot of you, you're having faith in your spirituality as well, having faith in the fact that, and trusting in the journey, trusting that, all right, stuff in my life is going pretty rough right now. It's not, things aren't going to plan. This isn't what I had thought out for myself. And rather than what you would normally do when things go wrong and doubt the process and sort of get really bogged down and think this is some real crap, I don't know what to do, you're accepting the fact that, okay, I'm going through a shitty time. This is necessary, and you're able to get through it better without being yeah. Love that is a fairy tale. That's me, mate. That is so me. But yeah, you're able to not get so emotionally bogged down. You're accepting the fact that shit goes down sometime. You have to deal with it. Times are shitty and then times are great. But it doesn't necessarily mean that when something's going wrong that you have to be so caught up in the fact that everything's going wrong that you can't progress and move forward. You have your bad day, you accept it, and then you're able to get on with that. And that's a really good place to be. That's showing growth, that's showing a desire to move on and to grow from experiences, and it will help you in the future to deal with emotional trauma and emotional situations better, so as to not get into places of depression or darkness or what have you. There's a need for some of you to forgive and let go of the past. There's a need to move on from people, places, situations, past circumstances that no longer serve you. I see that for many of you, there's situations in your past that have affected you in your future and your present life, but you're still holding on to them as if they're fresh and new and raw and something that happened yesterday. You're not accepting the fact that this is stuff that went on way back when that I had no control over. And I don't need to carry this with me forever in my life. I don't need to view every situation in my life as from the perspective of way back when this took place. And I can see that for a lot of you, you're letting that go. You're dealing with issues from your childhood, from your past, and you're better able to release them. It's almost like you're looking at them from a newer perspective as well, in a sense of, like, yes, this has happened, but I don't need it in my future. Yes, this has happened, but I can forgive the people. You don't need to go and say to everybody that's ever wronged you, oh, I forgive you, in order to move past it. It's like you've had that realization. You can just say, all right, I forgive them. This situation is happening. You can say that for yourself. You don't need to go and shake everybody's and kiss the ass of everyone that's ever hurt you or done wrong by you, but you can forgive within yourself. I forgive you. That's it. You stay back there in the past. I'm moving forward with my future. That's a really good place to be, and I can see that for a lot of you, you're moving into that. A lot of you, I can just see, what is that? There's a need for, someone's going to gain some sort of clarity. This is in their work environment. You know that you're not doing what it is that you want to be doing every damn day, but you are enjoying the work environment that you're in. I feel like this is like a record store or something to do with music, or it's like a funky kind of fun vibe. You guys have a relaxed working environment. and everybody kind of gets along. And I feel like whoever this is relating to, you are working towards a bigger and better and brighter future, what it is that you want to be doing down the line. But for right now, it's just like you're happy. You're like, yeah, I know what I want to do later, but for right now, I'm happy I'm doing this. And that's totally fine as well. What do we got here? Let me just see. They do want you to, although you are having fun in this environment, they do want you to keep persevering with the end result. If you're somebody that works with goals and setting goals and having a plan for the future, they want you to keep at that. And you can still be having fun. That's totally fine. They're definitely not saying that's what you need to stop, but know what the end result is. Know that there's still a prize to be had at the end, and keep working towards it. But also at the same time, if you've changed your mind and you're the reason that you're not moving towards that thing is because you're no longer passionate about it, they're like, cut it off. Don't do it anymore. Go and do something else. Like, or stay doing what you're doing. Like, don't feel like because you committed to something in a sense of, oh, this is what I think I want to do, so I'm going to go and do it. And then along the ways you feel like you don't want to do it anymore. Well, don't do it anymore. Like, that's totally fine. For someone, how this is coming in, there's somebody that's studying and there's only 2 months left until you graduate, or there's 2 months left for some project to do with work before it's finalized and you can progress with it. There is a message that's similar to what I just said, in a sense that it's kind of like, I don't want to do this anymore, I'm over this thing. They are saying to finish those 2 months. Everyone else that relates to how that relates to, but for this particular person, whoever it is that's only got about 2 months left of study, keep at it. They want you to finish, because how you're feeling about it now is going to be completely different to when it's done, is what I am hearing. All right. Let me see. Someone's going to be picking up and looking into perhaps doing some charity work in the month of in the month of May. Okay, I can see that there is a project for somebody that has come to an end. Again, this is something that's really needed and necessary in order for you to get that home life balance back in your life. I know that I feel like this has come up as it is, but anyways, for a long time you've been feeling like you've had so much on, it's like your basket is so full, everything keeps falling out, you're having to keep picking pieces up and sticking them back in, and it's like you're not getting anywhere, you're not seeing end results, you're not getting where you want to be, you're not doing what you want to do, because you've got so much on. Know that with the completion of this project, know that with the finalizing of whatever this situation is, that's all going to start balancing out. You're going to be rewarded and reflected for the work that you put in here. There's contentment, peace, abundance, all of the goodness that comes from successfully completing something. You're going to begin to start feeling that and being recognized. Okay, there's a lot. Someone's going to be receiving some information that they didn't want to know. Whatever this information is, you didn't want to know about it, you know about it, and now you're going to put a stop to something. What is this in relation to? Let me just see. What is this in relation to this information? What is this information? It's just a time for moving on. You get the information, you process it, you walk away from it, you shut it all down. It's just like, shut it all down. This is somebody that's been dishonest with you. This is feel like this is a third party situation. This is a situation where you felt you couldn't trust this person. You felt you couldn't trust this person, but you didn't necessarily feel that the reason that it comes about for why you couldn't trust them, you didn't expect that. Okay? What it is for the reason that you couldn't trust them, and I feel like this might be a third party situation, but it's like you had all trust in this person. You didn't think that you couldn't not trust them, and it comes to light, then you realize very quickly that you couldn't trust them. And that's it. You just pull the pin on it. They're not expecting you to do that, but that's exactly what you do. You're like, no, I'm not having that. See ya, bye. This is going to change. I feel that whoever this is relating to, there was travel plans involved, and that's what's going to get stopped. You're just going to shut that down. You realize you can't trust this person. Something comes to a head. They reveal some information, something that you kind of, I feel like you were told, and you just went, no, that's some bullshit. I'm not having that. And then it gets laid out completely, and you're just like, okay, done. Okay, there's a new business venture coming up for some of you. This is something that's been in planning for a while. And you're getting right down to the nitty-gritty now. Know that when the paperwork is signed and what is that? Know that when the paperwork is signed and things get growing and things get rolling, this is going to bring in some real financial stability, but as well as financial stability, there's going to be some real self-gratification here as well. Some of you are going to be going to, there's going to be invites and that coming up for a family reunion, or you are planning a family reunion. And for a lot of you guys, your luck is going to start changing. I'm just hearing the question like, oh, when's stuff going to get better? When's it going to get better? When's it going to get better? And I feel for those of you that are asking that question, know that the change is coming. They just want you to be open and ready and willing for it. So stop focusing on the when and start focusing on the fact that you are ready for it. You know, if you're somebody that works with affirmations, I welcome change. I welcome positive into my life. You know, whatever it is that works for you. There's a job offer coming in for some of you. This is elevation in a position that you're already within. I feel like if you're somebody that's, I feel like this is in relation to somebody that may be looking for something, and there's an offer that's made to you in terms of a potential working situation. But there may also be training involved as well. So you may have to travel, work, travel, training. That's work, travel, training, or travel as a result of work, or work as a result of travel. I don't know, something like that. Work, travel, training. That's what they're telling me. Okay. Someone I'm dealing with this guy. Yeah. I'm glad that resonates for you, darling. Yeah, you already knew. That's what I was hearing. You already knew that it was the way, and you just go, done, bye. Yeah. All right, I'm going to leave it there for you guys. You can hit me up on my socials. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, choking on air. You can catch me on my socials. I do free readings over on my Facebook page. I have a group associated there. If you want to check that stuff out, you can just head to my YouTube channel. All my stuff's linked in there, or I will, when I post this, I will link it in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Champagne. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming over. I appreciate you so much. I hope you got something from this video. Okay, guys. Thank you. Have a great month.